I'm Ali Menjum and I love football. But even I would struggle to match the passion and intensity we're going to see in the next few fixtures over my new series, Derby Days. And what a better place to start with than here in Spain, in one of the most bitter conflicts in world sport, the El Clasico. Whilst the El Clasico is not a derby in the traditional sense, in that the two teams don't come from the same city, it still has all the hallmarks of a classic derby. The intensity, the rivalry and the hatred the two sets of fans have for each other. The El Clasico has serious political, social and historical agendas behind its rivalry. So for these guys, it's more than a club and more than a game.
For us, it's all. It's all. If we win, we have a very good month.
People feel the match.
Yeah.
It's a different feel.
The atmosphere, all the people, and with the kids, and this is nice.
I think it's one of the biggest games in the world, really.
When the Clasico comes around, it is just number one, it's the priority.
Clasico's timers.
Maybe for a Clasico there might be 500 journalists from like 100 countries, something like that in the place.
In the newspapers, usually there's 5, 6, 7 days of 20-page build-up every single day. It's just enormous.
Even I could not anticipate just how much coverage this match is getting, but this rivalry, it's more than just a sporting competition. For these two teams, their rivalry starts back during the Franco era, when both clubs represented much more than just a sporting capacity.
The simplistic view is of Barcelona and Real Madrid representing left and right on the political spectrum, of Real Madrid being Franco's team and Barcelona being the Democrats, the freedom fighters, if you like.
Franco's team was Real Madrid, and the team of the left, the team of separation, the team of the resistance, if you like, were Barcelona. And Barcelona and Catalonia as a region were repressed under the dictatorship.
Franco was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He used to like only Madrid. He said to all the teams, you cannot bring people from outside Spain. Only Spanish people can play in Spain. Okay? And then he said to Real Madrid, okay, you can bring whatever you want, and we're gonna bring in a Spanish passport.
And the one element that the Catalan people could use to express their Catalanism, if you like, was through Barcelona and through FC Barcelona. And to a degree, that part of it has still remained today.
Es un equipo muy identificado desde el punto de vista político, con una forma de pensar, con una forma de ver todo lo que rodea a la sociedad, que es una fórmula claramente catalana y que incluso es independentista, como estamos viendo en los últimos tiempos, ¿no? O sea, es decir, ya no es solo un partido de fútbol, el clásico, es algo más.
They go to the camp now to show their Catalanness or to show their pride in what they see as their country or their nation.
You will see lots of Catalan flags and probably a whole mosaic of a Catalan flag at the Camp Nou on Saturday.
On all of the shirts, there's always a Catalan flag just somewhere. Maybe not always too prominent, but a little bit on the collar or maybe on the inside. But now this year with our away shirt, it's a full senyera, which is the Catalan flag.
The problem is, of course, this is one of the reasons why I wrote about this, that some of those identities that we all take as read are not quite so simple. It's not quite so clear cut.
Yo creo que ahora no hay una motivación política en el partido. Todo lo que está sucediendo ahora en Cataluña con la Generalitat y el referéndum por la independencia no se traslada al partido. El Real Madrid ya no representa el centralismo. El Real Madrid representa un equipo de fútbol poderoso sin más.
A former Real Madrid president, a guy called Ramon Mendoza, once described the Clasico as a story that's a myth but that suits us both. And that's the bottom line. He saw this as a kind of a, if you like, a power struggle in which both teams, it suited them to lie. It suited them to embrace this idea. Why? Because it helped them to create a narrative, to create a story that eclipsed the rest of Spain and put these two at the very head of everything.
It's not only two big cities, it's also two different ways of understanding the game and understanding also the model, the club model.
No juegan dos equipos solamente, juegan dos conceptos futbolísticos, dos conceptos de club de fútbol. Y por eso lo hace más grande todavía.
El Madrid nunca ha tenido ese tipo de complejos. El Madrid solo basa toda su historia en una única palabra, que es ganar. Le da igual cómo. No le importa cómo. No nos importa. Si jugamos bien, magnífico. Pues si jugamos mal y ganamos también nos vale. Nos vale. No tenemos complejos.
Yo creo que sí, que el Barcelona representa unos valores algo más allá del fútbol.
Okay.
Creo que el Barcelona representa un valor de humildad.
From the outside, you can look at Madrid as being more the kind of big global commercial superpower kind of thing.
Madrid es un club que históricamente es muy importante, pero creo que ahora mismo quiere hacerse grande a base de dinero.
They have Florentino Perez and his Galactico policy, and they just signed up the best players from all around the world. Whereas Barcelona, what they say themselves is that we have Xavi and Iniesta, and even Messi might be from Argentina, but he's come through their La Masia youth system.
One way of looking at it is to look at it in terms of their two franchise players. You've got Cristiano Ronaldo on one side and Leo Messi on the other. Cristiano Ronaldo, the guy that cost nearly 100 million euros, that's a fantastic athlete, that's very, very direct, that runs at people, that's ambitious, that's aggressive, that makes things happen. And then you've got Messi, the guy who came up through the youth system, who appears to be virtually mute. He says almost nothing. He appears to be timid, and his skills are all about the technical control, the ability in small spaces. So you have there, in those two players, feel like a microcosm of the way the clubs see themselves.
We can't forget this rivalry is played out on the pitch. So we're going to head over now to Real Madrid's training centre, speak to Carlo Ancelotti's right-hand man, Paul Clement, and find out just how Real Madrid, despite how big they are, prepare for what is essentially European football's biggest match.
For me, it's about the game on the pitch. You know, we're working to get the tactics right, to get the right players on the field, to make right changes in game if we need to be able to get us an advantage. The fans are going to get behind their team. They're going to make it very difficult for us. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the referee. That decisions go in their way, and that's why going away is so much more challenging.
Real Madrid are training just behind me on the grass over there, and there are journalists and cameramen everywhere from all around the world. I'm hearing languages from Russia, China, Germany, Spanish of course, and it's just indicative of just how big this game is to not only Madrid and Barcelona, not only Spain, but the world.
Messi ha entrat a l'àrea, ha sortit del porter, pelqente per la jugada de Neymar, per la pilota amb el crit Messi, Messi, Messi. Jugada molt important perquè Messi entra en joc, perquè fins ara no havia aparegut, perquè el Barça fa una jugada a l'espai, no al peu, la passada d'Iniesta meravellosa convida a Messi, després Messi en el control, com que està jugant a la banda dreta, i la pilota quan la vol obrir...
Alright, so we've just woken up, the sun's come out for us. It's a bit of a calm before the storm feeling around here in Barcelona, but check the media and you know straight away today's El Classico day. Every paper full, the whole thing, 25 pages deep, Barcelona, and they're dissecting everything. After they've got the squads, you've got the lineups, the historic moments. You know today is a different day when all the paper is either white or red, blue and yellow. It's early morning now, but I cannot wait till the day moves on and I get to see what El Clasico in Barcelona is all about. Look at that, Miguel Martinez Barriera. You remember, huh? This is what makes derby so different. There's a different tension in the air. The game's getting closer and people are getting more passionate. They're singing anti-Madrid chants. There's anti-Madrid flags everywhere. This is Barcelona. Madrid's that way. Get out, because the colours here are blue, red and gold. This guy here just went up to the Barca fans and tried to provoke him. They say there's no passion in this derby. They just jumped him. They made him take his shirt off and everything. Check this out, look, he's got his shirt off now. They made a problem for you. Look, he had a Madrid jersey on just before. He had to swap it over just to cover the Madrid logo. It's really heating up. It's crazy. An hour or two ago we were walking through and there was Barca and Madrid standing together, but the atmosphere has changed. The beers have come out. People are starting to sing in Catalonia and their pride of what Barcelona means, and Madrid is banned. The colour white is banned. The logos can't be seen anywhere. The cops take you away. Where have you guys come from?
Guatemala.
Kazakhstan, And you're Tajikistan, the whole of Central Asia. Did you watch the El Classico back home?
Yes! You never miss it!
You never miss it? Have you come for the game?
Yes!
Unbelievable. From Botswana, Tanzania, you had Kazakhstan and Tajikistan. This is unbelievable. Alright, well, now I've spoken to Barcelona fans and I've spoken to Madrid fans. I've realised that this El Clasico, what I thought was tame in the streets, is not. They hate each other. But the game's penned in. There's one last piece to discover, and that's the Camp Nou. It holds 98,000 people, and it's about to kick off.
Neymar un poc àudia col·locant una pilota mil·limètricament. La pilota s'ha estavellat al cantó interior de la xarxa dintre la porteria de Diego López, primer gol del Barça. El públic esclata 18 de la...
Una pilota des de darrere, fa assistència curta per Iniesta, bona cursa d'Iniesta que trepitja àrea, pega per l'esquerra, està entrant Neymar, Neymar fa un control amb l'esquerra, aixeca el cap i fa un...
I've been saying it over and over, that wasn't a derby, but that's exactly what a derby provides. To be honest, despite what I heard, I wasn't expecting Barca Madrid to have that intensity that derbys have, but from the second you walk in, 98,000 people holding the placards. I heard a screech when Madrid came out that I've never heard before. It was intense, it was passionate, it was beautiful. It showed what football can do. Forza Barca, Forza Madrid, I don't know, to me, Forza El Classico, because that match, that rivalry, that fixture brings out something beautiful in these people. And just to think, I've still got 7 more of these to go. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe to Copper 90, follow Derby Days, and follow me on Twitter at @EllieForCopper90, and follow me around Europe as I discover the passion that only football and its derbies bring out. Humble.
What was it like talking to him?
Special. Like, just, you know, taking it back. These are the kind of guys, you know, you hop on social media, you hop on Twitter and you look up to them, you follow their every 140 characters, and then you're outside the room about talking to them thanks to YouTube and a competition. It's like...
You ever think you'd be here this time last year?
Nah, man. I thought one day I'd get here because I really feel something else about this game, but I didn't think at 23, and, you know, 6 months ago, this was on TV, and now it's like I'm watching it, I'm looking at it. Because that match, that rivalry, that fixture brings out something beautiful in these people. And just to think, I've still got 7 more of these to go. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe to Copper 90, follow Derby Days, and follow me on Twitter at @EllieForCopper90, and follow me around Europe as I discover the passion that only football and its derbies bring out. Humble.
What was it like talking to him?
Special. Like, just, you know, taking it back. These are the kind of guys, you know, you hop on social media, you hop on Twitter and you look up to them, you follow their every 140 characters, and then you're outside the room about talking to them thanks to YouTube and a competition. It's like...
You ever think you'd be here this time last year?
Nah, man. I thought one day I'd get here because I really feel something else about this game, but I didn't think at 23, and, you know, 6 months ago, this was on TV and now it's like I'm watching it, I'm looking like it's